Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video guys, and in today's video we're going to be talking about strings and Python data types. Now let's go right here. So last episode we talked about integers and floating points. Let's remember what they were. Integers were whole numbers like 3, 300, 200, or numbers that do not have a decimal point. But floating points are the opposite of it. So they have points like 2.3, 4.6, 100.0. That 0.0 changed the whole thing from an integer to a floating point. Now, if it comes to strings, guys, it's going to be anything between those quotation marks now. So even if it's a integer and outside, it's going to be a string if it's in those quotation marks. For example, this 2000 right here, right? If we did not have those quotation marks, it would be an integer, but since it's inside that quotation marks, we can see that it is a string. Now I can prove you guys that by going right here, and let's do a variable like so. Let's say 2000. Let's do another variable, but like right, not a b, my bad. And let's do 2000 right here. Now if we say type of a, and when we run it, we're gonna get integer, because 2000 is an integer. But if we say type B, we're gonna get, wait, let's run it. We're gonna get a string, because it's between those quotation marks. So, as you guys saw, we have variables right here, right? And I just named them A and B. But I could have named it like, I don't know, anything I want. I could name it Python is fun is equal to 2000. But I would not want to do that. Because when we are naming our variable, we want it to make sense to what it actually means. For example, if I have something equal to 1000, I would not want me to say color is 1000 or 100. Instead, it would be better for me if I said number is equal to 100. Now, some things people don't like to use, which you absolutely can use, is capital letters. People would like to use this kind of writing instead of writing something like this. You absolutely can. You want to be unique, go ahead. But it's up to you. Most people don't. Now, there are a few things you cannot use when you're naming your variable. One of them is symbols. You cannot use symbols like so. But another thing is you cannot use spaces. For example, I cannot say my score. You see the space right here? Yes, you cannot have that. Instead, if programmers are gonna put a space, they just use this underscore sign. There's a few symbols you can use when you're naming a variable, like this underscore sign, but probably you want to stick with underscore sign. That's your choice. Now, variables and strings are literally the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but they go together. For example, when I am creating a variable, usually as a beginner, I would create a string. For example, like this. Hello world, right? This is a variable, this is a string. So they're connected. They go together, let's say. But again, I can say A is equal to something else like 2000 as an integer. Now, variables are really really important because you are going to be using it almost every single time you try to write a code. For example, I have a code right here. It's a game, a small game, and I have variables here too, like position is a variable, radius is a variable, this is a variable, and you guys see I have color is equal to yellow. I did not put this to be a number because that might confuse me when I want to use it again. For example, where did I use color again? For example, right here, color, right? And we have a variable, we have string, we have integers. So these three right here are the most we're going to be using. But as we get more complex, more advanced, we might use these less dictionaries more, or tuples, anything like that. Now, I hope you guys got the basics of integers and floating variables. I keep confusing them, my bad. It's really easy actually, but before I let you guys go, I want to do something else that most people try to do and fail. For example, if I have a is equal to 2000, right? And let's say I have b is equal to 2000 right here. Same thing right here. Now, I saw some people try to do this, b plus b, right? And they got 2000. They're like, why did not I get 4000 like if I did 2a? Now, that's because if it's a string, it does not see it as an integer. Program cannot be like, oh, there's an integer in a string. It cannot do that. So whatever is inside those quotation marks, it's going to be putting it. I hope you guys understood this lesson. If it was kind of complex, or if there's anything you guys did not get, comment down below. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and see you in a brand new video.